How should I do this? Should I be talking right into the camera, only to the camera, like there's nothing else but the camera right in front of me? I'm a little high right now. I don't know if anybody knows the same conception or understanding that when I say I'm high, okay, I'm like maybe 70% of the guys who smoke weed. They get a little high, get a little low. You got to come from somewhere. You got to go up to somewhere. And then you're back to where you were. So you got a high and you got a low. Which one was in Celsius? Obviously at -40, they're both the same. I'm having rice milk. Look into the camera hour. I have absolutely nothing to say. I'm just coming on here because something's still wrong. I don't feel right. When you know those in your own, not actual, but were of the household, of which I once was, I'm still a member of, but I no longer live at the household. I live at my household. Household B, because household A is where my mother brought me up. And well, maybe it's B where she brought me up, and A where my father was born. Or maybe it's C where I was born, and B where my mother lived. I'm still going to drink this rice milk, you know. I'm so lucky to be able to drink something in between something else that's not going to conflict or make any harm to my bodily parts or attributes at all. In fact, this is fantastic. Question is, do I burp? Or do I not? The only reason I had to make the first sound of the burp when I asked the question, should I burp or not, so did you understand what the sound of a burp from me actually sounds like? Although they're mostly the same rounded out shit, you know what I'm saying? A burp is round. A burp is round. It goes up and around, and that's a burp. Now what's square? A screech? Is a screech square? It's like a one-liner? I can't screech. It's like I have something in between my teeth. Why am I really on here now? Because I know I had to do a video. I know I have so much trapped inside of me, and you want to know what the real deal is? I don't know what it is. And I definitely know there's a few ways to go, but I don't even want to think which way I should go, because I'm not sure what to choose first. It's insane. Every single day I got somewhere to go. There hasn't been almost one day in 7 years that I'm missing something. I know I can study this or this or this or that, but I want to be able to advance forward, because sometimes if you study in one thing while you should be, in something else. You know when they say the queen's on top, she's on top, he's on the bottom? Because the K letter can hold the egg here and here. It can also turn into a serving plate and also a square or a diamond. The queen and the king, the total of 1/4 or 25. What does this all mean? Well, if we really wanted to look to the deep nitty-gritty, what it all means is that there's a God who created us inside this electronic world where we grow out of spermatozoids and eggs, where the earth is brown and the eyes are brown and the electronic blue halo or hydrogen or Neptune, whichever you like to choose, is the electronic blue-eyed boy. What colors were the eyes of Christ? Wouldn't matter. He still passed through the system. By the way, my eyes are very difficult to say. I see so much. I have a little brown spot and 3 black spots in one eye with a white dot, and then this oval thing that is just like a pool ball, which is my eye, in which all this shit is implanted with the stuff that's stuck in it, and it can go like this, and that's it. Your eye can go up and down, and that's it. And that's it. That's all your eye can do. Up and down and all around, but it ain't going nowhere else. And if you don't turn your head, you ain't going to see. Hey man, I want my eyes to see. Well, go and put your head in the direction you need them to look. Stop looking at the camera. I'm telling you, stop looking at the camera. I can't. I'm addicted. I'm addicted. Oh boy, I feel like I let out so much. This is like sex, man. Just letting out all that steam into the camera. We're being hijacked in this world right now. How, I don't know, but there's many people who do know. I believe they're all telling the truth. Although there are some stories in which are a little wishy-washy or twisted around, whatever it is, I started this 7 years ago. You want to know what position I was when I was learning this whole thing about what was going on in life today? Just about from the minute I was born. Happened a long, long time ago, the beginning of this. It's in my poems, it's in my art, it's in my designs, in my floor designs. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. Now, what can I tell you to bring you into the future? I don't know. We got a beaver on the nickel in Canada. It's like Nickelback. You know what I'm saying? We got a beaver, nickel, on the back. It's a beaver on the front, but on the back is a queen. But a queen is a fox. So we got a fox and we got a beaver on the same coin. We also got the queen, which is like a fox and could be a beaver, but she's a real piss-off shithead, okay? Because she don't really give a fuck, okay? And I don't care anybody that's rich, and really rich in this world. You all don't give a fuck, okay? We all know there's going to be people on the street because we're going to put ourselves there. I put myself there. So I know what happens. We have to arrange in certain ways that everybody eats and everybody has certain things in life. If they choose just to hang on the street, because you really don't want anybody to say, you know what, I ain't got nowhere to go. And you know what, you ain't got nothing to eat. We don't want to hear that. Even if I have to sleep in a backyard of somebody, they will always choose really if they want to go, okay? People just don't want to hang out in one place. At a certain age, they want to move up and move on. Then they get caught in the whole racket and they don't get back to school and then they end up on the street. Or they went to school and they went to the street because they saw everything that was going on in this society. They said, we're going to end up on the street anyways. They said, let me do it my way and have a good time. Ho, bo. Ho, ho, ho. Bo, bo, bo. How the temperature is in French, right? Am I still looking at the camera? Is there a God out there? Everybody knows the minute you need to make a decision and a choice, God appears. When this fails, and then when you succeed, for some reason, half the time God is around, the other half, he's partying up with everybody else. So you forgot about him just about right away. Or did you? But I like to look at it that way just for now. Is that okay? When you look up to anything, it is a God, it is a toy. Listen, G-O-D, 2 and 6. Okay, 2 and 6. 26 is 8, the heaven's master, but it is actually in the beta world and the 6 islands, which is the 6 dice. That's why I call it the 6th God. Why is it the 6th God? Because he is the God of the electronic world. Okay? He is the God of the center world, and he is the God of the heavens. He's also your God, but he's not you, so he's not 8. He's 6, just like you're 6, because you can't be 8. But actually you're 4. But 4 and 2. And 4 and 2 is the cat, and 2 and 6 is the dog, but 4 and 2 is 5 and 9 in a letter count. They both have the same payout in craps. That's pretty weird, eh? Isn't it amazing the way Oriental is actually the 7th number in Monopoly, but it's the 6 on the roll? Spirit of 67 coming out of the Orient. Slightish grayish blue in color. Still on the first side, starting at go, don't you know? Did you know there's 2 ways to go in the Monopoly board? You know, if it was a train on the Monopoly board, you just kept changing positions. I mean, you'd have to hook and unhook and unhook and unhook all the time. But you'd be okay to hook and unhook because you're a jack. It's like I'm a jack. We're all jacks. I, robot, I, heaven. You know what's funny? I was looking at the dead people. It said memoriam. When I look at memoriam, it says mem. It means to love. Mem 86, one of God's numbers in the heaven. Mem, or, which means gold. The golden love. And then it says, I am. Memoriam. You can also say Miriam, and God used one of those names, very, can I say holy? Only because what my mind knows, what my mind flickers on, it's not that, it's only because I heard Miriam, the name, I like the name, I remember it came from some sort of show. I couldn't actually tell you anything. You ask me to explain to you right now what I'm actually meaning, I can't tell you. All I know is I like the name Miriam, it fits, period. It just, you know when you stick in the key and it turns and it opens, the guy's not going to tell you 94622 was the first letter cut in the key, 2228, 65431 was the second cut in the key, making the lock. You follow me? He's giving decoding, it could be any numbers. My mind just knows it's so simple. Because if I'm 100% sure, if I'm not sure at all, and maybe, I got all three covered. Got all three covered? Maybe? I think so. I'll tell you later. Hold on. I'll have a little bit more information. But me, online, the information I find tells me the information that we were told in the past is no longer true. I mean, you know what? I'm starting to dream that Bonnie and Clyde, okay, were actually there like Robin Hood. That's what I'm starting to think now. I can barely believe anything anymore. Because if I had to start believing things, I'd have to restructure everything and put everything on a basic path. Right now, just like they say, if you want to restructure everything and put everything back to normal, go back to basic meditation, which, just like Ron Paul says, that's all he says. He says it's all about the liberty. Understanding the liberties will liberate and give freedom to those who are now captive in the jails, to those who are captive in the streets who want to smoke a little bone, but they think somebody's going to come and bother them because the police and authority is disgusting. They always think they have to make it their way and give out a ticket. You know what? I'd rather pay the police another 20% and let them be nicer to the people. Why do you have to give them to the incentive? Because it's probably a little bit more dangerous. That's what I'm assuming they're thinking. Okay? And have the people carry cameras along the streets. Photograph everything. Don't leave anything out. God's got it all photographed anyways. This is the electronic world. Before you even saw the action and knew the result, it already happened and it's over and you're already advanced. Right? You're a little behind. No? You think you're a little bit behind? Wow, look, it right into the camera. There could be millions of people out there. And there are millions of people out there. But right now, supposedly, this is just a recording. I'm going to pop it on and pop it in and shove it on. I'm going to press education, then press accept. Is that what it says in the bottom of my video? Then I'm going to shoot it out all over the world. And then I'm going to wait. And I'm going to wait. What am I waiting for? No waiting for nothing. When you see it, you see the information now, you learn what you learn now. If nobody shows up, I feel sorry for everybody else. The time we are in right now is a time of liberty. Liberty is a word. It has a definition. Try and understand it and learn it, and then go back to the 10 major laws of life. Whatever Bible you want to read, just read the first 10. No more. That's it. Just read the first 10, and remember, they're all before you, which means they're all one stronger than who you are. That's the way it is. How do I know? Somebody higher up did them for you, for us, to understand. He already had a set of his own numbers, including the 0. Did you know that? In every single set you almost see, okay, well, not almost, actually, the 1, it's a funny one, 1 and 0. Okay, the angel omega, well, I've been talking about angel omega, it's the jack. That's like saying A to I, or 1 to 9. Then you say 10, or 1 from the beginning to the other at the end, reconnect. You got the angel omega, my friends. The most powerful element, being that will ever live, because no one will ever live beyond this being. If he can live beyond himself, he will transfer himself forward. If he wants to live below and before his means, he'll transfer himself backwards. But he's always one step below above. What do I mean, one step below above? It means you just never know. You always have to back yourself up. If you're going 9 steps forward, you had to know what it was like going 10 steps back. Just remember that. The total is 19. Ace 9 in blackjack gives you 20, and it's enough to get into this world. But it hasn't given you life, because 20 comes with a 2 and an egg. It's letter T. It's a transmission of A, angel, and electricity. T-O, the O equals the A letter and the E letter, because it comes as a set. Number 15 is a set. The O is A and E. It's also 6 is F. So it could be your ugliest foe. And there's many other things I can say from that. I'm not looking to rhyme. What I want to say, my friends, Ron Paul, what is this, in the middle of August already? I haven't said very much about Ron Paul. You see, I haven't seen very many things about Ron Paul, but you know what? What I have seen, if I had to look at everybody right now, Ron Paul, for me, would be leading 7-3 right now, or 7 or 6-2 and 2, putting Obama and Mitt Romney right there at the bottom at 2. Why would I go 6-2-2? Because you can never be a fool after you cover the corners. Okay, we're not looking for a slide. We're looking for a better understanding. Okay, if it went this way, we already won by 2 in its own self. The win separation between the 2 would also be 2. That would be 2, 2, and 2. Everything would end up equal, as like it was supposed to be. But in something like this, right, it always took 2 and 8. I think in this entire world, if everybody had to vote, I think China or all of Asia would vote 90% for freedom if they knew what it meant, if they understood what it meant, with no propaganda. What do you think? Just remember, there are others. Just like me, I really don't know what's going on. Sometimes it bothers me, but mostly not. I try to keep up a little bit, maybe online here and there, because it's just more stories. Do you only listen to the ones that stand out? You know what? You listen to the ones that you can hear, the ones that you find, the ones that are put before you. And if that's what's put before you, well, that's what you got to work with. Raphael, 7286. Have I said anything at all in this video? Here, I'll show you one little thing. A, B, not C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J goes below the line, G goes below the line 17, P goes below the line 33, Q goes below the line 43, 50. Y goes below the line 75. The total that go below the line are 75. Okay? Anyways, the final calculation is going to be 5775, which is in 2 years. It's just amazing how many places I found it. You know what I'm saying? But I've already found duplicates and triplicates of my numbers. And I've only been doing this a couple of years. And numbers should repeat in the tens of thousands at a certain 100%, especially if you go in other languages. And I haven't been working it this long, and boom, boom, bang, they keep telling me 5774, 5774, 5774, 5772, 57, because, you know what, I don't know if I ever mentioned this once before, I've seen in my mind where the calendar is already ended. You know, there's a chance, okay, that the year we are actually in right now is the year 2000, and it's going to be 2013. This year is not 2012. It's the year 0013. Calendar ended in the year 2000. It was over. The end of the calendar. 000. Isn't that the way it goes? 000. It's the end of the calendar. 3 eggs. That's it. The creation time is over. 3 eggs are up. Wouldn't it be that way? But because of time separation, okay, which means, how can I say time separation? The add-on period, like in soccer, okay? We are going through the add-on period in soccer, and that's about 12 years, which runs us up to now. Now, as this say it's the end 2012 would be the mark, we're in the year 0013, or is the new year actually, the first era would end every 4 years. Is that not correct? Or is it 2009 it would have ended? I know I'm confusing you all with this. There's a lot of confusing things with this. You see, because if it ended in 2000, then this year, the year 2000 had to be counted as 1 year. 2000, you know what I'm saying? This year ends, it's 13 years done when this year ends. Do you understand me? Anyways. Here's just 2 8s with a little bomb on top and a little cat on the bottom. You ever see what happens when you cut the top of an O off, you get a U? But if you take away the U and you keep the top, you get the N. You know there's a wide part to an egg and a low part to an egg. The same thing they have with this. Okay? Can be the same thing as an ear on a person. Here it's the heat is this way. Here the heat is this way. What am I showing you? Or you can have multitudes of 8s and hearts on top of each other. Why am I showing you all this? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'll show you this. Oh, you want me to answer you? Do I really want to know I'm telling you all this? Because you're watching that. No one else is watching that. You're watching it, aren't you? You hear my voice? Yeah. Yeah, you hear my voice. I guess you're watching it. That's why I'm doing this video. Because I know someone's watching it. Someone took a shot in the dark. Hey man, let's listen to his video. Get a couple of bottles of Jack. Right down on the table. Sorry, I'm out for lunch. So what I'm going to do over here is first, okay, look at ND. When you say second ND, okay, ND, the count is 60. When you go third, okay, once, 29, 9, 22, count is 60. Both 2 and 3 in this situation, okay, using being second and third, okay, get the same count. That's all. That's all it is. STNDRD. TH. TH, okay. Why TH? Because number 4, third, fourth. This is the first number that came forth. Do you understand what I mean? In the TH group of fourth, this is the first number that came there. So, anyways, hold on a second. I was telling you something. I tell you I was wasted. No, I'm not wasted anymore. I don't know if I was wasted before. I'm going to have to watch my own video to see what's... Oh, who's talking like that? I hear someone in the background. Okay. Yes, the alphabet. Oh, my God. Listen to this, okay. If you were... no, I can't do this. I can't do this because I don't understand it. Okay, that's it. Okay. Oh, there is one other thing, yes. I wanted to do this. When was I going to do this? This was really cool. Hold on a second. I don't know if you can see this. See that design there? See the way the X's came together as 88? See the 88 that came together? You know what I'm saying? The Mug and David. I mean, it's sick. This is an electronic world. God is somewhere up there. He can never tell the good people. Otherwise, what would be the game? What would be the game? God says, yeah, you, and you. Yeah, you're allowed to know. Look, you're dead. Here. Now, here's God. He says, hey, man, no, we met God. Yeah. Oh, we can go home and tell our wives, hey, guys, you can't go back down. So we want to go back down. Poof, dead. Get down below, he says, well, you know what? We don't like it here. Poof, dead. I mean, all you get to do is poof, 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 poof. Up the stairs, down the stairs, up the stairs. In a world, out of a world. In a world, out of a world. What, are you going to sleep in the same bed all your life? How many hours you want to sleep? You already want to stay up 22 hours working for the money. And what if money had no feelings? I mean, we have brains. They gave our brains feelings, but our brains can't do shit because all they do is roll around. What else do our brains do? Like calculate something? For what? To get money. So they have all the money. So now what are they calculating for? What is the satisfaction that God created in us, and where does it actually come from? Is it the harmonic of the soul that's able to go faster and slower because of the electronic mind up to a certain point? Only because of our bodies, of course. It's only because of our bodies. It's really weird, eh? Get all this information and you send it up to heaven and you go up to heaven, you say, heaven angel, open the door. He says, how much space do you need? He says, well, I need as much space as I can get. He says, well, your mind is 10%. You need a little bit of space to fit between the cracks. We'll give you 9%. You got 9% now of space to transport during your high and low blood pressure, to go up and down from one world so you can be fast and make your money into this world. And he goes up and down all his life and all his life and all his life and all his life and all his life. For a commercial break, the guy's 100 million years old. Where'd he get? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd the guy go? What'd he do? You're 500 years. What's going on in your life now? How can we satisfy our life that we understand that we'll be able to be smiley every single day for the end of our days? Unless that's the worst thing to know. Too many things in advance. The easiest thing like this, it's very simple. It's almost like writing it out on a pad. If you don't like something, you write it up. You don't like it again, you write it up. Now, if you're putting up with it, you like it enough that you're able to put up with it and you write it up. It's part of your life now. You know what it is. You can no longer complain because it's happened to you 3-4 times and you're just accepting it the way it is. So you know how to get over that point, and you learn how to go over these little humps and little humps. And then sometimes you cause a hump yourself, or you get a hump, jump, bump, and then you get a thump, and then the little baby comes out, and you've done it all. And then that changes something again. But if you're 500 years old, I mean, how would you live? If you can live for, I don't know, let's say we can live like a battery, 80,000 days or something like that. So you can live to 500, 600, something like that, 600, 700. Hey, Ma, yeah, I'm going to get laid. Holy shit, pretty good. They lay you right down there in the bottom basic, and they walk on your back. That's as most you're going to get laid in 500 years from now. Unless we want to change the compost of the cycle of matrix. There's one way to do it. Okay, the simple way. Okay. But the simple way does not gain you years actually in life. The simple way to bust matrix is to be able to run with the flow and accept everything as you go, as you will adjust as the time will pass before you. That will be your life. Okay. And then it comes to a point in time, like now, where it seems like it seems like we didn't do this. We elected somebody to help with the roads and with the laws and a few things so people don't steal and shit like that. And then the governments got bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden they were instead of the people running it like they used to, now the governments were telling the people what to do. They say the people choose to tell the people what to do. Because don't forget, the people only run for the people. So if the government does something, they're doing it either on one group or the other group. Well, I say there should be a vote by two groups, those who do and those who don't. I didn't see anything. I think they should throw out enough pamphlets, okay, but only one report for each computer can actually come in. Well, obviously someone's going to bust that shit, right? Anyways, for now, maybe we should just have a club sandwich. Man has no heart. He's got a shovel and a spade, a club and a pick and a diamond and a heart. He's got no balls. But now it seems the time Ron Paul came out and the man with balls speaks. He's the only guy who knows how to take his balls and turn them nice and round into the ways he speaks with the knowledge he has. I could never keep up to a guy like Ron who pulls his weight. Okay, we're going to end it at 32:32. Is that okay? Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus, September 15th. She comes arise. What will she bring? And all surprise.